Hello, everybody, and welcome to the final Free China live stream. Wow, that is crazy, isn't it? I decided today I would just do one final live stream here just to promote the new channel that I've started. Did you guys know that I've started a new channel for live streams only? It's called Crossing China's Red Line, and the link is in this video's description. So go and check it out. So I figured I'd just do a live stream on here just to talk about the new channel a little bit, but also we're going to look at some stuff as well that's happening in China, some crazy clips coming up. It's not just going to be me talking about the new channel and trying to get as many subscribers over there as possible. It's starting to get desperate now, but the live streams will be starting on Crossing China's Red Line next week, next Thursday, 5 o'clock p.m. GMT. So keep your eyes open, keep your eyes peeled for that one. And this is the last live stream on Free China. It's been quite the ride here on the Free China live stream. We've had some really, really amazing episodes in the past, and things have been going okay-ish. Views have been pretty low recently, and across the board, pretty low. But I think I gave it my best. I tried to make this work here, but it's not working. So we are moving across to that new channel. And I hope if you enjoy the live streams here, then maybe you can go and check out the new channel. It will be starting next week, as I've already said, and I'm just going to keep repeating myself over and over again until you subscribe. And if you've already subscribed, thank you so much. I think now we've got 150 subscribers on that channel already, which is good news. So yeah, it's good. So the live stream had to move there. We had to move it. I did make a video about it earlier to give you my reasons. But the main reason is that on this channel, the majority of subscribers only speak Mandarin or Chinese or whatever you want to call it. And when they see a live stream that's only in English, it's a little bit off-putting for them, I think, and it doesn't really encourage them to stay subscribed to the channel because they might assume that every other video in the future is only going to be in English and it's not going to be a good fit for them. So I decided to make a new channel which will be starting next week, and I'm really, really looking forward to getting that on the move and getting it monetized and eventually having a solid show there every single Thursday. It's going to be a little bit rocky, a little bit shaky at first. It's not going to be smooth sailing, but I'm kind of looking forward to the challenge. So it could be good. It could be good. So hopefully it will do well, and hopefully we'll get some good views over there. And yeah, I've got some good streams planned already, so hopefully it'll be a good one. So today we're going to just go over some clips that I found while looking online today. I thought it would be amusing just to do a little send off with some funny clips that are appearing out of China. So let's have a look at what's going on. And the first thing that I just wanted to talk about is this. So, China will be celebrating the 80th anniversary of their hold on, let me get big on the screen here. Of their 80th World War II victory. Sorry, I did that at 80th for some reason. I don't know what I was playing at there. So their victory in World War II 80 years ago, because yeah, it was China's victory. They defeated Japan, right? In a parallel universe, probably, like on an episode of Black Mirror or The Twilight Zone, then yeah, that is the case. China drove Japan out by themselves. And this is the wishful thinking of the CCP. And they're going to be celebrating this 80th anniversary of the World War II victory, that when they single-handedly wiped out those Japanese invaders. No, they didn't, did they? It was a war that the Allies won for China, and the CCP didn't really contribute a hell of a lot to that victory. It was mostly the nationalists, or the Kuomintang, the Republic of China, that actually fought the Japanese during World War II on mainland China. The communists, they generally spent most of their time hiding in caves and avoiding conflict, biding their time, allowing Japan to weaken the nationalists. And then when the whole thing was over, they took that opportunity to strike. And eventually, we know the story, but there was a civil war, and they got control of all of the mainland. The nationalists, they fled to Taiwan, and now we have Taiwan as a separate country, the Republic of China, and we have the People's Republic of China that occupy the mainland. So anyway, there's going to be a massive celebration in Beijing on the 3rd of September, which is very good timing because that will be the day before I do my new live stream on Crossing China's Red Line channel. So I'm really, really looking forward to that, because I will be covering that event. That will probably be the first thing that I talk about, is their propaganda and how they're trying to impress the world with their military parade. But have you noticed it's only dictators that like to do these military parades because they think that this is what the world is impressed by? Have you not noticed that like, democracies and I guess peaceful countries, maybe, they generally don't have these big show-offy military parades anymore. I mean, the British Empire did it back in the day when they were the villains of the world, right? They were like the Empire from Star Wars. They had like that dun 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 dun, dun that music playing while they were marching, right? So it's usually dictators that do this kind of thing. It's to show off. This is their weird warped idea of showing their power to the whole world, isn't it? So they're going to have this, and there's a list of the people that they're inviting, that Xi Jinping has invited to this parade. And you've got number one. It's number one, ladies and gentlemen, presenting the dictator who just completely fucked up the entire world by invading Ukraine, Vladimir Putin. And then you've got, ladies and gentlemen, the second guest for Xi Jinping's pathetic parade is the DPRK president, the dictator, the man who is the son of a god, Kim Jong-un. And the list just goes on and on with just all of these authoritarian leaders. This is the who's who of authoritarian countries. And it's actually just hilarious. And this is just it just shows you the people who China have invited kind of contrasts. It kind of goes along with what China is, a dictatorship, an authoritarian country that looks up to these other authoritarian leaders. They all just get together, and now we have it. We have this massive meetup of authoritarian dictators. So yeah, I just found that funny that these are the people that are coming to China's victory parade. And yeah, hopefully we'll get some good footage of this. They always have some great footage of the parades. I'll download it and I can use that in future videos. So thank you so much, CCP. Oh dear, you just can't help but laugh at how pathetic they are, really. Okay, anyway, we're going to move on. What have we got next? Okay, I figured a good way to say goodbye on this live stream, a good way to end it all, the final live stream on Free China is to have a little montage of robot fails in China, because China, they like to show off with their robots, don't they? They like to make out like their robots are the best in the world, super high tech, AI, amazing technology, robots that can do all sorts of tricks and autonomous, and they think for themselves and no one's there controlling them. Reality check. Their robots are pish, garbage, trash, rubbish, the worst robots I've ever seen some of the time, And I admire them for trying, but when they try to put out this propaganda like they're the most high-tech and advanced country, and then you see robots like you're about to see, it's a joke. And people fall for it as well, which just really bugs the hell out of me that people can actually see this and fall for it. It's ridiculous. But anyway, I figured final Free China live stream, we need a stupid robot compilation, right? Whoa! Oh my god, he ran into the guy. Did you see that? Oh god. Can't even stand up. How do you expect him to kick a football? Like, I feel like I could beat that robot in a fight, and I'm terrible at fighting. Would you let your kid go near that thing? Like, the music is quite fitting because now we actually have robots with clown wigs on. Michael Jackson, look out. Look, it's actually wearing a clown wig with the clown music. KO, accidental KO. Oh my god, it just flops over. This robot is just freaking out on the floor here. He just can't get up. And this is the last clip. Imagine this coming towards you, broad daylight, you're on your motorbike, in the middle of a street, high street, and this freak comes towards you. What the hell? Wow, those robots, huh? This is future, guys. This is the future. Whoa. Can you believe that, man? I can't believe what I've just seen there. China is leading the world in robotics. No, they're not. Okay. In fact, I think that deserves a laugh from J. Jonah Jameson himself.
You serious?
And yes, they are serious when they say that these robots are the best in the world. And they're not. Okay, guys? We've just seen evidence of this. And sure, they are making progress, obviously, like it might be something to worry about because they're just really chaotic and they just don't really have any consideration for anything when they're making these things. It could be a worry in the future, I think, if they keep developing, if they keep going ahead and getting better and better, then yeah, we should start to worry about it. But for now, I'm not worried about China's robots. Okay. Anyway, let's move on. Because, like the robots, their autonomous vehicles are also something that makes the headlines in a lot of Western media, a lot of just social media, all over Instagram. You see China's autonomous vehicles are amazing. All right, well, let's see. Let's test that. Okay. Now, it stopped because there's some what would you say? It's debris on the road. There's a load of rubbish in front of it on the road. It's blocking the road. It can't get past. So usually, if there's a person driving it, what are they going to do? They're going to back up a little bit. They're going to go around the road blockage, and that's the end of the story. But this autonomous vehicle, It hasn't got a clue what to do. Just stay in there. It just, yeah. It has no idea what to do. And then it just drives over it. Yay! Oh dear. Oh dearie me. You see it all over the news, don't you? All over media, social media. Like I said previously, how amazing China's autonomous vehicles and how ahead they are. And then we just see videos like that. Let's move on. Okay, guys, what you're about to see is known as the broken vase scam, the Pengzi scam in China, where somebody will feign an injury to try and claim money from you because they will blame you for injuring them. Now, it's quite typical in China to see people, mainly of older generation, jump in front of cars pretending that they've been injured. Now, they won't jump in front of a fast moving car. Obviously, that's ridiculous. That's suicide. But they will literally jump in front of your car if you're like moving slowly down the road, or if you're about to reverse out of a car park or something. They'll jump in front of it. They'll claim that you've injured them. So then they can claim compensation money for you. It kind of shows you how poor society is in China right now, because we're seeing an increase of this. I see lots of videos about this scam every single day. It's all over the internet, and this is quite an interesting one. So let's watch it. So there's a truck driving down the road. Looks like it's about to turn around or park up somewhere. Guy on the bike pushes his bike under. Look. Truck driver is obviously concerned because he's come to a complete stop. Gets out. He thinks he's actually run this guy over. I mean, good on the truck driver though, right? He's actually stopped. He's got out. He's assisted the man. He's doing his best to help him. You know, in that situation in China, usually like the truck driver, from my experience, from like living there, also seeing like just numerous clips, the driver would usually just drive away and not give a shit. But yeah, kudos, hats off to the truck driver. He did a good job there by actually helping the man up. But wow, that's just ridiculous how the guy he saw his opportunity. You can see it in the video. Like, let's take it back. So I'll turn the sound off as well. Put some stupid music on it. Oh gosh, yeah, okay, we need to watch that again. So he's just driving down. Like, look, here's where he sees the opportunity. Look, here he comes. He's like, I can do something here. He literally just gets off, pushes it, and sits on the floor. Oh man, this is ridiculous. Did you know? I don't know if I ever told this story before, but I've actually not been a victim of directly, but I've actually experienced this whole broken vase scam in person. It was in Xi'an in China. So I was in Xi'an, China. I was with my ex-wife and her family at the time, and we were coming out of this car park. I can't remember. We'd been to a restaurant or something, and then we were driving out of the car park, and then some old granny like pretended that she got hit by the car, and we were there. It was so annoying, and at the time, I really didn't understand what was going on. I was so confused. But we were there for such a long time, and they were trying to figure it all out, what happened. And I think the end result was that the old lady didn't get anything because I think there was a security camera watching her. But yeah, that was crazy actually seeing that in person and experiencing that myself. Yeah, so I've actually seen that in real life, and I can tell you it's just one of the most pathetic things you'll ever see. But again, it's really telling that people in China are so desperate that they have to do things like this. And that's not to say that people aren't desperate here in the UK as well and do stupid things, right? But that is definitely a China problem. I have never seen anyone in any other country do that. And please, if you have or if you know of any other person in another country doing something like that, please draw my attention to it because I'd like to see, I'd like to know, because I am so certain that that is a China problem. Anyway, let's move on. So, broken vase scam in China. Let me see. I'll just check the chat as well. Sorry, I've just been soldiering on through this content, but yeah, let me see. I would have liked the Benny Hill music too. Well, the problem is that's probably copywritten, so I'm not going to be using that because, yeah, if it's copyrighted, copywritten, whatever, however you say it, it's going to mess up this live stream. The randomness of Chinese roads does not go with autonomous driving. If you have ever braved them, you know. Sure, exactly. And I feel like here in the UK, it wouldn't really go down too well as well because our roads are very old. And, you know, like if you go to, like, at least in China, a lot of the cities, especially in the center, it's more like, because it's all new, a lot of it's brand new. So it's like this sort of like gridlock. It's like, straight lines, big boulevards. Here in the UK, all the roads are windy, twisty. I really don't think it would go down well here as well. Thank you, Juhang Xiao, for the super chat. I really appreciate that. Is that 10 euros? Nice. Thank you. Or is yeah, that's the euro. Is that the euro sign or the pound sign? It looks like a euro to me. Thank you so much. Yep, it's the puncture scam. It is indeed. The scam is spreading from that CCP. Probably is. Probably is. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, let's move on. So we've got a few more clips that I want to show today. Like, give me some money, y'all. You ran me over. There's a freaking camera watching you, you absolute douchebag. I mean, that truck driver, he's not going to be making a lot of money, is he? He's not going to be able to pay any compensation. All right, this is another common scene in China. It's a very China thing. Doesn't happen in Taiwan, by the way. Only China. I've only seen this in China as well. So if you happen to go to IKEA in China and you have the showroom, right? In every IKEA, there's a big showroom. You can walk through it. You can look at the furniture. You can test it out. You can sit on it. You can just see what it's going to look like in your house before you buy it. Kind of like try before you buy. But the Chinese really take this try before you buy literally, and they will try it all day. They will try it. Okay. You see people sleeping on the beds, lying down on the sofas, like they're in their own living room, taking their shoes off, their socks off, getting under the covers, having a nap, having a sleep, sleeping for hours and hours. This is something you will see in almost every IKEA in China. I can promise you that. If you ever go there, go to IKEA, you'll see it for yourself. I saw it so many times when I lived in China. I lived in a city called Dalian, and it was my apartment was probably a 15-20 minute walk to IKEA. And I would go there quite frequently because I really just enjoy their food. I used to get those Swedish meatballs and mashed potatoes, you know, good stuff. But I would always see people sleeping in IKEA. And look, here's the video evidence of it. looking around telling people to just please just get up. Look at that old lady just conked out on the sofa there. Like they have to go around telling people to not do it. Look, you've got a family there with the kids playing. Look, mum and dad on the sofa, on the bed, texting away. Sleeping on the bed, look at that. IKEA has become a hotel. And you know, I think this is IKEA's problem and they should really sort it out because I don't blame these people for doing this. Why the hell not? You know, if you can get away with it, if you can go there and do it personally, I don't want to be sleeping on no IKEA bed in the showroom. But hey, look, if you can get away with it and do it and IKEA's absolutely doing nothing about it, then why not, right? Like, whatever, you know? Go and have a chill day on Netflix and chill in IKEA. Even though Netflix is like really banned in. So what is it going to be like? Billy and chill? I don't know. Goku and chill. Oh, look, his shoes are off. His shoes are off. He's under the covers. He's fast asleep. He is conked out, KO'd, sparked out on that bed. Look at him. And they do nothing about it. Like, IKEA just, okay. Maybe that was part of the contract stipulation when IKEA decided to invest in China and go there and open up their big stores. Is maybe the CCP was like, well, you know, you're gonna 50% of your company, we're gonna own that in China. That's just a given. But also you need to let the people sleep on your beds because we are not providing them with adequate housing. So we need your space. So IKEA, you're gonna have to capitulate and let the people sleep. And now this is just a crazy theory. It might be true, but look at that. It is a sight to behold when you go to IKEA in China and you see that. Anyways, let's move on. Oh my God, this is like one of the worst things when you're on public transport and there's somebody eating sunflower seeds and just biting it. You know, it's a very common snack in China to buy these sunflower seeds in a big ass bag, and you'll get people sitting there biting the shell off of it, spitting it on the floor and eating this tiny little seed. Like, honestly, I never saw much point in it because you really, like, you're gonna have to eat that whole bag just to get anything out of that. But yeah, they eat that like crazy. They love eating these sunflower seeds. And unfortunately, when you're on public transportation, like a subway, the high-speed train, a bus, even a taxi, it's a common sight to see somebody eating these and spitting the shells out on the floor. And eventually you get this buildup of this mountain of sunflower seed shells all over the floor. It's very, very rude and very annoying. And look, check it out. So this is on a subway train by the looks of things. Or a train. No regard for anything else. Right? But there's even a dude, I didn't notice that. I've literally just noticed that. Take it back for a second. The guy is smoking. There's a dude smoking there as well. Look. The guy that stands up, look, he's got a cigarette in his hand. So there's a dude smoking there as well. On a normal train, there's no way in. Let's just look at the mess that they made. Look at that. That is gross, man. And you see this all over the place. All over the place. even spitting as well on the train, and even in a restaurant, if someone will just spit on the floor. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. And honestly, like, this is so annoying. And even like most Chinese people that see that will also say that's freaking disgusting. They will. And I'm pretty sure that like that video that was taken there has been uploaded onto Chinese social media. And if you go through any of the comments, you will see people saying this guy is just disgusting and what the hell is he doing, you know? So this isn't a thing that the whole country of China, they think is okay to do, right? But you do get a lot of selfish pricks there that will do stuff like this, and they just get away with it. Even when people complain, because, you know, when people kick up a fuss and that kind of thing, they don't want to get into too much trouble in case the government gets involved. So yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. But what I'm trying to say is that not every Chinese person obviously would support that. No chance. They would think this guy is an absolute wanker. Just wanted to make that clear. What have we got next then, Lewis? Oh, wow. Okay. Yep, this one. Okay. So there's a dude, I'm not sure exactly where in China this is or which airline, but he has flown with a domestic flight in China, and he's got a little bit of a problem. So let's hear what this guy's problem is.
你好，我想问一下，我们这个飞机是外国人的飞机吗？
So he's like, does this airplane belong to a foreigner? 外国人的飞机吗？
我说这个飞机是
He's like, oh, okay.
外国人的飞机吗？
Is it a 外国人的飞机吗? Is it a plane for foreigners?
然后
The guy said, no, it isn't. He's like, then
乘客
he's like, there's not many foreigners among the passengers,
乘客
right?
也没有几个外国人，你怎么在这上面？
And he's like, next he says, why are you playing 5 hours of foreigner videos? Why are you playing 5 hours of foreigner videos?
放了5个多小时的外国人那个显示器上。
Foreigners on the screen.
对，就是
Yeah. You should know where you come
吃哪
from.
家的饭端哪家的碗，我们挣的是中国人的。
You make money from Chinese and urumqi. I guess he means like
钱
Uyghurs.
乌鲁木齐人的钱，我们可以放一下
You can play China's beautiful
中
landscape
国的大好河山，或者放一下乌鲁
or food and scenery from
木齐的美
urumqi,
食美景，你放了5
but you choose to play 5 hours of foreigners,
个多小时的外国人，一直在那上面放的，一个中国人都没有。
not even one Chinese.
然后我的
My point
意思
is,
就是，
and I can't wait to hear his point. This guy's really such a cool, well-rounded individual, well-grounded individual.
能不能整改一下，上面放一下中
Can you do something about it?
中国人，
Make
对吧？
some Chinese.
在美国
You don't see 5 hours of Chinese on an American
人的飞机
airplane.
上不可能放5个多小时的中国人，对吧？
No problem. I'm
这个星
coming
期之后
back
过
in
来
a
韩国
week.
这趟飞机。
Taking the same airline. I have no idea. Is he talking about the in-flight entertainment, like the movies or something like that? Because, like, the thing is, China only gets to play 34 foreign films at their cinemas every year. So, yeah, there's that, I guess. But, I mean, on the flight, when you're watching a film, I mean, the choice is usually just a bunch of different films from all over the place, right? You know, and maybe this flight, it just happened to be that the films were from like America, like Hollywood films or something like that. I don't know. It's just kind of ridiculous how he's offended by that. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, I wonder what it was. I'd like to see what he was actually looking at for 5 hours where it was just foreigners. Was it like the little screen where it has the advert, the commercial for the airline? it's just kind of silly, actually, getting pissed off by that, right? You know, I wouldn't, if I was on a flight and it was just all, I don't know, all like films from France on the flight, I would just be like, whatever, you know, I'll just get on with it. I don't even care. I'll just watch the films. But it's this stupid nationalism in China where they have this inferiority complex about foreigners, where they think that it's a weakness to be playing foreign films, or, you know, they'll try and boycott anything foreign. But at the end of the day, they rely on foreign investment and all of this stuff in China, don't they? So it's kind of this just a weird world that this guy's living in. You know, I'm pretty sure maybe that plane that he was flying on, it's probably wasn't made in China, was it? It's a foreign plane. And maybe if I could get a good look at what he's wearing, he might even be wearing some clothes that were made in a foreign country, a foreign brand. You know, and he's pissed off of a couple of movies on a flight. Give me a break. But yeah, I have not seen what he was watching, but he's obviously pissed off about it for some reason. And you know what? Like, the airlines are annoying, and in-flight entertainment is annoying. And you know what's even more annoying is that airlines around the world capitulate to China, and they put Taiwan, when you're looking for your flight to Taiwan, on most airlines' websites, it says Taiwan, China. Now, that is something that you should be pissed off about, my friend. Oh, no, he would love that, though, wouldn't he? What a douche. So, yeah, he's pissed. All right, guys, and I think I have one more video that I want to look at before we get to the Q&A, and we can end this live stream, and we can finally say goodbye to the Free China live stream.
在美国人的飞机上不可能放5个多小时。
So on an American flight, you don't see 5 hours of Chinese on an American airplane. I don't know, man. I really don't know about that. I mean, if it's the entertainment that he's talking about, it's probably all dubbed in Mandarin anyway, right? So I don't know what this guy's problem is. Right, final video.
小时的中国人，对吧？好，没问题。我1个星期之后过来还坐这趟飞机。我知道了啊。家吗
Okay, we've got this douchebag in Vietnam. Let's see what he's gonna do.
我现在在
So I'm now at the highest mountain in Vietnam.
越南的最高的一个地方叫潘西
It's called Phan
山峰，现在
2,000 plus meters high.
目前是海拔3100多，然后这旁边的话是有
Okay, there are many national flags, right?
各个国家的国旗，看到没有？就是没有哦。
Only Chinese flag is missing.
我们中国的，但是没关系，
But it's okay.
我自己带了。
I have it with me. And you're holding it the wrong way around, you twat.
对，就这样。
Here you go. That's the right way.
武器后进。
5-star red flag is fluttering in the
迎风飘扬。中国才是最屌的。
I mean, I can hardly talk. I am the guy who walks around with Taiwan's flag. But this guy putting it up here in Vietnam, nobody gives a shit, dude. Like, seriously, nobody gives a shit. What the hell are you even thinking about by doing that, you know? Nobody cares, man. Nobody cares. He thinks that this is like an achievement or something, put in China's flag. I'll tell you what. Anybody, if you're in Vietnam and you're watching this, go and rip that down, please, and put Taiwan's flag there. Do it for me. Let's see if we can get this campaign started where somebody goes there and puts 50 Taiwan flags up there. Heck, I'll even pay somebody to go and do it. You know anybody in Vietnam and you know where this is? Tell me. I'll pay you. I'll pay for your trip there to go and put 50 Taiwan flags in its place. Okay. Yeah. But this guy thinks it's cool to do this. And sure, I mean, yeah, maybe it's cool that you're putting up this flag, but your reasoning behind it is a little bit skewed. It's a little bit strange that you want to do this. Again, it's that inferiority complex. He's seen all of these other flags and he's like, why is my flag not there? Well, it doesn't matter because I can't see Taiwan's flag there. Maybe I can't see a lot of flags there. It's not an insult to your nation. It's just that your flag isn't there. The other day I was in Tesco's and I got excited because they had a bunch of flags up and I saw a flag that looked like Taiwan's, but it turns out it wasn't Taiwan's flag because there's another country where their flag is almost identical to Taiwan's, apart from like there's no sun, there's no white sun. It's some little stars. I can't remember what country it is now, but I got all excited and then I was like, oh man, did I get pissed off though? No, not at all. And am I pissed off that I don't see the British flag in places where I go? No, not at all. I don't give a shit. Like, who cares about that? Seriously, why would you care about not seeing your country's flag in another country? Come on. It's just this silly nationalism. And it's kind of creeping up everywhere now, all over the world, actually. More and more people are becoming nationalistic. And actually, it's a huge worry of mine. But I guess that's a subject for a different video. So that is the end of this stream. That is all of the material. I just wanted to get to this. Oh, let's listen to the music. I put a filter over it. So yes, we are at the end of the stream, and this is something that I wanted to talk about very quickly. Even though I've spoken about it to death, I spoke about it at the start of the stream. I made a video about it. I did a live stream about it last week, but this is my new live stream channel that will be starting next week, Thursday, 5 p.m. the 4th of September. We're going to start this new channel. It's called Crossing China's Red Line. That is where all the live streams from this channel will be as of next week. There will be no more live streams on Free China. It's just going to be on Crossing China's Red Line. I'm moving everything to there. I made a video about it on this channel, so you can check it out. In that video, I gave all of my reasons for why I'm starting this new channel. So yeah, and this won't be the first new channel that I've made. In fact, Free China at one point was a new channel, as every YouTube channel is at one point. And I just realized how stupid that sounded. But at one point, Free China was my second channel, my new channel from my YGZ Taiwan channel. And eventually, Free China became my main channel. Now, that's not going to happen on Crossing China's Red Line. It's only going to be a channel for this kind of live stream. There's going to be no videos on it. There's going to be no shorts, no videos. It's only going to be live streams in this kind of format. It's going to be every Thursday. That is what I'm going to dedicate to that channel. Every single Thursday, there will be a live stream on there. And there might be more live streams. So let's say that there's some important news that I want to talk about, then I'll do a live stream. I can just do a live stream whenever I want there. So that's cool. So I'm really, really excited about getting that set up. The channel is there. There's nothing on it at the moment. We're just, I'm just sending people there now. So you'll be ready by next Thursday and you'll see the notification come up if you're subscribed. So yeah, hopefully you guys will go and subscribe to that, because if you're here today, that means that you enjoy watching my live streams and you'll definitely want to head on over there and check it out. So yeah, thank you so much, guys, for joining me for this final live stream. It's the end of Free China Live. Kind of a sad moment, I guess, because we've been going at this for quite a while now. I've been really trying my best to make this live stream work, and it's been really frustrating to see the views just go down gradually, because we started off really, really well. And I think maybe the problem always was that this channel became more of a Taiwan-centric channel. And, we have maybe a lot of Taiwanese subscribers who don't speak English, who can't join in on this fun time that we have here on the live stream. They just can't join in. So it's kind of unfair for them. So I think doing it here is never going to work. It's never going to work, which is why we need to start fresh, get that channel going, and hopefully it'll become more and more popular as time moves on. I don't know. Who knows, right? There's only one way to find out, and that is by trying. And I'm going to try my best to make it work. So thank you so much, guys, for joining me today. I'm going to check the chat now because, yeah, we've got quite a few people in today, which is good. Good to see you all here. First of all, whoa. Thank you so much, Jasmine. That is very, very generous of you. That is amazing. And yeah, thank you. I'll say cheers with my cup of tea. Well, my almost finished cup of tea, to the success of the new channel. Hopefully it will work out. And thank you so much for that. Wow, I can't believe that. That's so generous of you. We got some really, really amazing subscribers on this channel. And hopefully you amazing subscribers from this channel will be going over to the new channel. Have you subscribed yet? Let me know. I'm going to do a check. Let me check how many subscribers it has now. Hold on. I'm going to go onto YouTube now, and I'm going to see how many it has. Let's see. 160 so far. Come on, guys. We can do better than that. Let's get it up to 200. But 160, that's not bad. That's not bad for something that I only told you guys about yesterday. Okay, let's see. I've been looking into ADV2. Lewis, do you still do the movie channel? What's it called? I forgot. Honestly, no, I don't really do it. So yeah, there's no point in even mentioning that channel, really. I haven't done anything on there for a while. I mean the podcast. Lewis might be there too. Barry is going to Taiwan. Okay. Be well, Lewis. I will follow you wherever you go. Cheers, mate. And just to be clear, this channel is going nowhere. This channel I'm going to be making loads of content on this channel. It's just the live streams are moving. That's all. But if you still stick around on this channel, because I will be posting new content. In fact, I've got a good video for you guys tomorrow. So yeah, stick around on this channel. Just the live streams saying bye-bye. Okay, yep, thank you for subscribing. Appreciate it. The China Show with Serpent ZA and LaY86. Okay, what about it? What do you... Okay, this is not even a question from me. You could hire an interpreter to shout Mandarin over you during the live streams. Yeah, I don't think that's going to work. That would be funny though, wouldn't it? Yeah, thank you. Okay, you've all subscribed. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yep, thank you, Jasmine. Jay didn't want me to, but I went ahead and did it anyway. Hell yeah. That's what I'm talking about. I'm subbed. Thank you, Mike. Thank you, Barry. Okay. It's not that bad at all, and I'm looking forward to you talking about other subjects. That's cool. I've always got loads of ideas for like doing different videos and channels and blah de blah. I mean, would you guys be interested in seeing just videos of me like going to different towns in the UK and kind of showing you how fucked up things are around here? Is that something that would interest you? Because that's something that I was seriously thinking of doing, because I see loads of guys in the UK doing it now, and I feel like I could just do way better than these guys, you know? Like, I feel like I could do that. That's something that I could do. Is that something you would be interested in seeing? Let me know. I could talk about more edgy content since I won't be monetized. That is very true. That is very true. But the ultimate goal is to get monetized on that channel as well, because it helps. It does help, you know. So far in my YouTube career, I've managed to get three channels monetized. So I've got the ability to do it with a fourth, I think. So let's see if we can do it. But yeah, we can definitely do more edgy content. Let's see. I've lost the chat now. Here we go. Mel will be watching both channels. Thank you so much. Hiya, Krusty. He's probably fluent in Mandarin and Russian. Yeah, and he looks like he probably needs a job and a good wash, you know. Let's see. Ian Duncan Smith has just been to Taiwan recently. Good old Chrome Dome. Hell yeah. How about Hackney? Sure, dude. I mean, I used to go around Hackney quite a lot back in the day, so it wouldn't be a problem for me. The China Shills would love that channel. What, of me walking around showing how shite the UK is? I mean, I wouldn't just be showing how shite it is. It'd be like, you know, like on the street, real content, you know? Something that they couldn't do in China. I would like to get your view of your country. Sure, I mean, maybe I can, you know, but obviously my main focus has always been this channel, Free China. But it might be time for me to start branching out and trying to do different things as well. So I'm open to it. See if I can get Victor Gao as a guest so I can clown on him in the chat the whole time. Yeah, he would never agree to come on here. Just talk about your ideas. Sure. I think it would be easy. It would be easy. Look, free British. Yay, free British. Free British. How about you free the chained woman in Suzhou, you little twat? Cover the patriot movement that is growing in the UK. Yeah, nah, man, like, I don't want to cover that bullshit, to be honest with you. I really don't. So many channels now have sprung up all over the place talking about that. It's kind of annoying. It's kind of annoying because where I live, I don't see any of that shit. I really don't. Okay, let's see. London call in, Free China call in. Yay. I just want to get back to this. Free British. Oh God. This is a comment that I always get on my videos. Like some little turd is like, free Scotland, free Northern Ireland. Yeah, and now my latest reply, and the reply that I'm always going to give them, is free the Suzhou chained woman, which, if you don't know, it was a woman in Suzhou, was living in a shed, and she was chained up by her husband, or I don't even know if it was her husband, But yeah, apparently he had several other women chained up and he would be feeding them scraps. And this happened in 2023, I think. Yeah, so a couple of years ago. This is happening in China, you know, this country that's supposed to be like the future and high tech and leading the world in AI technology. And they've got a freaking woman chained up in a shed and it's all over social media and nothing gets done about it. Free British, get to fuck, man. Ridiculous. Okay. Yay. Yeah, one comment, 5 yuan. Not even 5 yuan. It's Wu Mao, right? Wu Mao. So 5 Mao is like half of a yuan, isn't it? Yeah, because it's like 10 Mao for 1 yuan. So they don't get paid 5 yuan. They get Wu Mao. That's not even like half a yuan. That's like chump change. Oh, dear. That's hilarious. Free Jack Ma. Exactly. Okay. Yes, that woman in Suzhou, she was mentally handicapped as well. Yeah. Shocking. Shocking. That only 2 years ago this happened in China. Free British is like, I know you are, but what am I then? Well, yeah, it's like whataboutism at its finest, isn't it? It's just silly, silly talk. Okay. Didn't she birth several children too? Hey man, like I'm not sure about that one, but I mean it's definitely in the realm of possibility, isn't it? It's like Little Pink doesn't even know the classic Chinese face. Doesn't even know the classic Chinese. Yeah, mother of 8. Jesus Christ. Okay. Wasn't she his baby factory? Yeah, it's possible. It's possible. But it's like modern slavery in China is a thing. Do you remember there was that university lecturer called Michelle Shipworth at University College London, UCL, and she was talking about modern slavery in China. And one of the students stood up and berated her, saying, "How dare you? This is a provocation." They love this word, provocation, just because she was talking about modern slavery in China. So it's a thing. It's a big problem in China. And yeah, like you get instances like the Suzhou chained woman. So that guy writing Free British, which doesn't make sense anyway. I mean, he should write Free England or Free Britain, Free British, Free British with every purchase. What the hell is he even talking about? Anyway, let's see what else we've got. That Vance guy has an oddly shaped head. He looks like, is that, you mean the vice president? He looks like Commander Riker from Star Trek. All politicians have got big heads. They definitely have. I think you've got to be a very special breed of person to be a politician, right? Let's face it, they're usually fucking assholes, aren't they? Come on. You have to be very, very, very special to be a politician. Okay, I don't fit in the box. However, I was watching some Democratic channels, and it was very frustrating listening to how supportive they are for the CCP. Yeah, no matter like how hard you try to avoid the CCP, they're always going to be there. And the fact that we, as like the West, when I say we, I mean the West, helped build China to what it is today. And now they have a big economy. They have a lot of money. I'm talking about the government having a lot of money, not the regular people of China. And they have a lot of influence. And it's quite easy to influence some of our politicians, because quite a lot of them, let's face it, they just care about money, right? So, yeah, it's shocking. Imagine being married to a politician. All they do is argue. Yeah, it'd just be like a debate every night, wouldn't it? Like, what's for dinner tonight, darling? Oh, well, let's have a debate about it. What's the pros and the cons of eating guacamole with this pizza? I don't fucking know. You know what I mean? It's just something stupid like that. If someone wants to be your leader, they're the wrong person for the job. Yeah, exactly. Who can take down the CCP? I can! Here on Free China. Oh, dearie me. Dearie me. Okay, guys, so can you believe this is the last live stream on Free China, huh? How does that feel? It's kind of weird, isn't it? We're going to say bye-bye to the live streams. There will be some live streams on here. I'm sure of it. Especially if there's like protests like the mega embassy or something like that, then yeah, there'll be a live stream on here. But all live streams like this, where I'm sitting on my ass with like my background, will be on the new channel. Yeah, what do you think about the background, by the way? Do I need to get me like a green screen here or something? Like maybe a green screen would be better. It's a lot of effort. It is a lot of effort to because I'd have to take it down because obviously this bookshelf is like a functioning bookshelf. It's not just there for show, maybe you didn't notice, but this is where I keep my retro video game collection. So look, let me go through it with you. Well, I won't go through it all, but I've got Sega Master System games, Oh yeah, Golvelius, one of the classics. And I've got maybe this is boring, but whatever, I'm just going to talk about it anyway because maybe you guys are curious what's here. Got my Sega Mega Drive right there. In America, you guys called this a Genesis. And right here, my God, this is heavy. Maybe I shouldn't even bring it down, but I got my original Xbox, the old Xbox there. Tell me if this is boring. There's also right here, move these. Because, I never really introduced the background to you guys, did I? Just here. We got the PlayStation 2. Oh, yeah. Got a ColecoVision. No, I've got an Atari. I got an Atari 2600, but no, I don't have the ColecoVision. Down here, we got the Sega Master System. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, the Atari 2600. I don't know where it is though. It's not in this room. And I got a bunch of Sega Mega Drive games. Just here. Got Outrun, Micro Machines, Mortal Kombat, an Odyssey, a Magnavox Odyssey. Yeah, I've got one. I've got the Magnavox Odyssey, but in the UK, it is called the Philips Video Pack. So, yeah. You don't care about the background. You're here for the live stream. Sure, but this is the live stream. We're talking about the background now. Because the live stream is pretty much over. This is just the Q&A section anyway. So, yeah, I mean, if you don't want to stick around, though, you can just leave if you want to. It's up to you. But, yeah, I wanted to talk about the background for a second. because this is what I've had in the background for all of this time. Yeah, anyway, that's about it. Oh yeah, I've got this as well, you know. Everybody's got to have one of these, right? It actually works. Let me see. Yeah, see? It's actually moving its hand. It's waving goodbye to the free China live stream. It's crazy, like, just thinking about how far this channel's come in the last sort of year or so. I was looking, and about a year or so ago, we only had 18,000 subscribers. And yeah, it's like just really sort of in the last year is just really skyrocketed. It's 78,000 now. So hopefully we'll get to that 100K mark, because that's like a prestigious stage in your YouTube career, which I still am yet to achieve. And I think I deserve it. I really do. Yeah, it's like for good luck. Yeah, there's a whole story behind it. But generally speaking, it's for good luck, and hopefully it helps you get money. Where's that one? ACABACABB. Is that Sonic Chi, or what is that from again? Abacab. I think it's from Sonic the Hedgehog to select the levels or something like that. Okay. Mortal Kombat. I broke into the Mortal Kombat arcade machine in college student lounge back in the early 90s. All the black guys loved me after that. The Mortal Kombat game was epic. Like, that arcade machine was amazing. Yeah, it's like a cat of fortune. Exactly. I got like loads of DVDs down here as well, but I used to, like, if you remember, maybe you remember ages ago, it used to be all DVDs here, but I thought I'd move the retro games here. It looks cooler. Makes me look cooler. Maybe if I was doing a gaming channel, I'd have some, you know, massive like clout for having these retro games in the background. But we do a China live stream, so maybe the retro video games aren't really relevant. Yeah, we got the Enterprise. There it is. Because, you know, maybe some of you don't know, but I'm a big Star Trek fan. Have been since I was a kid. It's always been my favorite TV show, not the recent ones. The recent ones are absolute dog shit. I'm talking about the original series, The Next Generation, Deep Space Nine, maybe Voyager sometimes, maybe Enterprise, but the new ones are shit. What else have I got back here? Oh, yeah. You know, you got to have like your classic favorite film from when you were a kid, The Wizard. Piece of shit, but hey ho. Yeah, guys, so that is it. We are over an hour now doing this live stream. I'd just like to say thank you to everybody who has joined me over the last year. You know, we've got some people who are new here, but we've also got people who have been here right from the start, and I really appreciate all of you guys. You guys are the main reason why I kept up this live stream, because even though the views were really low, but yeah, it was because you guys, the frequent viewers, the guys who make it interesting in the chat, you know, you always keep the chat busy, writing interesting comments, and you know, it's really cool to see that and to see the sort of community that we've built over this time. And I really hope to carry that on over to the next channel, this channel right here, Crossing China's Red Line. Hopefully we'll keep that going, and yeah, it'll just be fun. And why the hell is somebody writing Korean in the chat? I'm sorry, like, I cannot read that. Like, why are you writing Korean? Deep Space Nine was great, except the last two episodes. I enjoyed the last two episodes of Deep Space Nine. I thought it was epic. So yeah, anyway, where was I before I got distracted by this Korean? Like, can anybody read Korean? Like, I don't know what that person's saying, but they're spamming. So I might have to kick them out, but I don't have time for that because I'm talking about my new channel. So go and subscribe to Crossing China's Red Line if you haven't already. If you have, thank you so much. I really, really appreciate it. And yeah, I hope to see you guys over there next week. The first live stream on there will be next week, Thursday the 4th of September at 5 o'clock p.m. GMT, Greenwich Mean Time. That's the time here in the UK. So guys, thank you so much. I really appreciate all of you. This is the end of the Free China live stream, but it certainly isn't going to be the end of me and live streaming. We're going to start a new adventure on Crossing China's Red Line. So guys, I will see you all next week over there. Let me get me big on the screen. So thank you once again for watching, and see you next week on Crossing China's Red Line. Now, let's do that outro. See you guys.